Hi everyone, welcome to this presentation on Symbiotic GreenLoop, a circular economy social enterprise based in Klang Valley. Our goal is simple, to convert food and organic waste from upscale hotels into compost, which supports local food production and sustainability. Let's explore how this can be scalable, impactful, model for both waste reduction and food security. Klang Valley generates over 3 million tons of food and organic waste each year. These wastes tend to end up in landfills, emitting methanes and mixed with non-organic materials. Also, land is scarce to start new landfills. There are about 760 4- and 5-star hotels in the Klang Valley. They contribute an estimated 15,200 tons. There's about 42 tons of food waste every single day. Most of it goes to landfill, creating methane emission and using up land we no longer have. But this isn't an environmental issue. It's also a lost opportunity. The organic waste could instead be composted and used to grow food locally, create new jobs, and regenerate soil. Right now, solutions exist, but they are fragmented and lack integration. Our mission is to create a symbiotic loop between hospitality businesses and local farms, transforming waste into compost that helps communities grow food, plants, and greener spaces. Our primary objectives are to integrate relationship of stakeholders and to build resilient food security in achieving zero waste and economic circularity. What makes our approach different is our inclusive and circular design. We engage hotel staff, waste handlers, growers, and local councils. We track data and environmental metrics. Also important, we shift the narrative. Food waste is no longer a burden, but a resource. We draw our inspiration from E.F. Schumacher's concept of intermediate technology, where solutions that are not overly complex or capital heavy, but are accessible, human scaled, and locally managed. Our model doesn't rely on massive industrial systems. Instead, we propose decentralized composting hubs integrated with farms and food growing sites. They are affordable, easy to operate, and built for local use. This can be explained as follows. Here's how it works. A partnership and collaboration is formed between the parties, upscale hotels and modern farms and nurseries to deal and manage the wastages of food and organic materials. Hotels can segregate food waste at source, especially for pre-consume and post-consume, to remove all non-organic materials. The farm and nursery operator will build composting facilities with logistical support for collection. The food and organic waste is collected and sent to a modern composting facility, possibly co-located with a peri-urban farm. Compost is produced using tropical suitable methods, that is, managed hot composting with machineries and technology at the facility. The compost is then used to grow food produce and green plants, some of which will return to the same hotels as sales. The rest is distributed to nurseries, community gardens, and local councils. We can run education programs for F&B staff and communities on composting techniques and environmental awareness. All the above is done with the intention for ESG certification, as well as data collection for the parties to reduce food and organic consumption and waste. This can be summarized in this slide where every stage is designed to be effective and scalable, measurable and traceable, regenerative as well as ability to create awareness and education. This isn't just about reducing waste, it's about redesigning the system. Our theory of change is direct for food waste, to compost, to local production, to better soil and lower emission. The Symbiotic GreenLoop will cover these key SDGs, such as SDG 12, responsible consumption and production, 11, sustainable cities and communities, 13, climate action, 6, clean water and sanitation, 9, industry innovation and infrastructure, 15, life on land, and finally 17, partnership for the goals. We will operate a hybrid business model. Our revenue streams can come from hotel food waste to compost service fees, ESG certification and support, food produce and compost sales. We can also leverage grant from climate, food security, and education sectors. Our resource span 4 pillars: human, compost operators, modern farmers, educators, youth internships, and ESG coordinators. Financial, hotel subscriptions, tipping fee savings, grants. Technology, smart composting units with IoT sensors. Social capital, partnership with hospitality brands, councils, communities, and urban farmers. Scaling can be done in 3 phases. Phase 1, we begin in Klang Valley, partnering with a few upscale hotels and 1 modern farm. Phase 2, we scale out by onboarding more hotels and expanding into hospitals and restaurants. We introduce ESG matrix and compost registries. Phase 3, We work with local authorities to embed composting and zero waste policy into hospitality operations. This enables citywide adaptation with measurable impact. We aim to become the blueprint for hospitality-linked circular economy systems in Malaysia. This will also allow such showcases to become new satellites in other cities in Malaysia. As promising as the Symbiotic GreenLoop model is, we recognize several potential challenges and risks. Firstly, there's limited awareness and willingness to segregate food waste at source, especially in large hospitality kitchens where time, training, and coordination can be stretched. Without proper segregation, compost quality and operational efficiency can be compromised. Secondly, the initial investment cost for composting infrastructure, transportation, and training can be a hurdle. Working capital must be raised to meet planning requirements and ensure operational sustainability. Third, the lack of standardized policies or incentives for composting remains a major barrier. Many local authorities still treat food waste as general waste, making regulatory navigation difficult for pilot adopters. Coordination is also critical. This model relies on continuous cooperation between multiple stakeholders. Aligning their priorities requires effort and trust. Finally, there's a risk of inconsistent compost quality due to the variety of food waste inputs. Without careful monitoring, contamination such as plastic packaging or chemical residue can lead to leaching or unusable compost. This demands strong training and quality control procedures. Despite these challenges, Symbiotic GreenLoop offers a regenerative, inclusive, and scalable response to urban food waste. By converting food waste into nutrient-rich compost and reconnecting it to local food growing efforts, we reduce emission, enrich our soils, and support food security for our urban communities. This isn't just a sustainability initiative, it's a system redesign that empowers both the hospitality sector and the grassroots. With the right partnership, policy support, and community buy-in, GreenLoop can transform how we view food waste, not just a problem, but a resource for regeneration. Thank you.